Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at some of my favorite EDC flashlights, or torches as I've heard them referred to in some other videos. And a flashlight is something that I always have with me either in my pocket or in one of my bags. If you've seen any of my EDC videos, I always have one of them included. In the past, I've done roundup videos for some of my favorite pocket knives, my favorite wallets, my favorite keychains, and so this is another one of those categories where I've tried out a lot of different flashlights. The rabbit hole for flashlights is actually way deeper than I knew about. There's so many different form factors, price points, features, considerations, so I've gathered a few of the ones that I've been enjoying recently. I tried to get a nice variety just to kind of showcase some different styles in case you're in the market for a new flashlight. Hopefully this video can help you kind of just get at least an idea of what might work best for you. So really excited to share these with you. Before jumping in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. The Maglite Solitaire has been one of the EDC flashlights that I have used for the longest amount of time. This was kind of the first one that I actually started carrying with me in my pocket due to its smaller form factor. It just takes up such little space. It's about the same size as like a Fisher Space Pen, so super compact, and I was always very impressed with just how much brightness you get out of such a little flashlight. Anywhere that I've been kind of in the dark, walking my dog, trying to get something out of my car in the evening, it's always provided more than enough visibility. The biggest con against this one, and the main reason why I even started looking at other flashlights, is just the fact that you have to twist to turn this on versus something that's a little bit more tactile like a button, as we'll see on some of the other options on the list. But overall, this is still a pretty affordable, reliable flashlight. It uses one AAA battery, so easy to kind of just swap that out, have some spares, and then turn the flashlight on and off. And if you're just looking for something simple and affordable, and you actually prefer to have something that twists versus a more tactile on and off button, then this is going to be one of the best options that you can still take a look at. We recently took a look at some newer flashlights from Olight. They released a version of this compact EOS flashlight in a carbon fiber material, which was really awesome to use. This blacked out one has been one of my go-tos for a while now. I really like the smaller form factor that it has, the two-sided clip so that you can place it onto a hat, and then of course the button to turn it on and off and cycle through the modes is very easy to use. It runs on one battery, so it's not rechargeable like some of the other options that we've looked at, but just a really great sort of transition for me from the Maglite Solitaire into something of a similar form factor, but that had some of the things that I was looking for. But now they've come out with a brand new flashlight, which I've been really excited about. This is the Arkfeld, which has this sort of flatter, more modern form factor. And this is gonna provide a ton of light without being overwhelmingly big. I think it goes up to 1,000 lumens or so. And so very, very bright. They had released another version of this in the past that had a green laser pointer, but this newer edition actually has a UV light. So you can toggle through easily between the regular light and the UV light. The UV light is an interesting piece to add to my EDC. It's great when you're traveling to be able to look through your hotel room. Now apparently it can be used to detect fake bills, see what surfaces are dirty. I've been still just kind of reading up on what exactly I can do with a UV light, but it's a really interesting, versatile piece. But then you can also just use it as a regular flashlight. It feels really, really well built. You have a nice clip here, again with the orientation, very easy to kind of turn into a makeshift hat, hang it on your pocket, in a backpack. The only thing that's interesting about this, which I would have liked to have maybe seen something a little bit different, is that it does have a proprietary charging cable. It's magnetically attached, so it's super convenient and it charges quickly, but that is an additional cable that I have to worry about versus using USB-C, which I prefer. One cool thing about the proprietary charging port on the flashlight is that it does mean that the bottom is magnetized, so you can actually attach it to metallic surfaces, and then the flashlight will stay in place and give you a light if you're working somewhere where you need to be hands-free. I'm not sure how good this is for the longevity of the port necessarily, or if it was intended to be used that way, but in a pinch it definitely works. Regardless, I've been really impressed with the performance of this, how much light it provides, the durability, and it's an impressive addition to Olight's already expansive variety of lights that they offer. When you purchase this, you may also get an additional gift to go along with your light. This is one of their Gober lights, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And this is a very simple but cool light that you can attach to your bag or onto your shirt, your straps, a helmet. You have one button that you push to turn this on, and it has a variety of colors and modes that will allow you to be more visible in the evening. It's a good safety precaution. It's got a nice easy clip, so you can slide this into some molding webbing or something like that. It doesn't take up a ton of space, and it's just a nice little extra that you get when you purchase the Arkfeld. This compact flashlight from MecArmy really caught my eye with its sort of unique aesthetic. It's a tactical looking flashlight that's smaller than some of the other tactical ones that I've looked at. It's fairly chunky. It's still not as thin as some of the other items on this list, but it is small enough to fit into my pocket with the clip that it includes. It can easily be attached to a bag, and it has these really bright bulbs along with a simple button to operate it, and it's got 2 modes. You can really kind of blind somebody with this. I was surprised how much came out of this tiny flashlight. It's rechargeable, and it has a micro USB charging port, which I was a little bit sad by. Nowadays, most of these flashlights are starting to move to USB-C, so it would have been great to have seen that here, but still nice that it's actually rechargeable, so you can pair it with a portable battery, and then you have a really reliable compact flashlight that looks good and has a push button to turn it on, which I am definitely a fan of. The Aurora A1 is what I have kind of been using as a replacement to that Maglite Solitaire, as it seems like an upgraded version that's also a little bit smaller as far as the form factor. I didn't really think I would ever find a flashlight that was smaller than this one, but also just as powerful, if not more. And so this has been really just great as a smaller keychain flashlight or a pocket flashlight. It takes up almost no space. It's got just a simple button that you can use to turn it on. You can actually lock this so that it doesn't accidentally turn on in your pocket. Gets up to like 650 lumens, which is just super, super bright. That's gonna run the battery down pretty quickly, but very impressive that for something this small, it would get that bright. And it includes this clip that's easily reversible, so you can position it in a way where you can clip this onto a hat if you want to use it as a makeshift headlamp. It's also rechargeable via USB-C, so it's got all the modern sort of things that I'm looking for. It turns on by button versus twist, and again, as far as something that's going to be small and easy to put into a keychain or a pocket, this one is going to be very hard to beat, especially at a pretty affordable price point. It's been great to see how the form factors of flashlights have been evolving as of late. I've always been used to kind of the more rounded off flashlights like the Solitaire, which is the one that I've used the longest. But I've seen a lot of these flatter flashlights that are a little bit more compact and meant to kind of be in your keychain or easily fit in a pocket. And it's a cool form factor. I really like how flat it can get while still providing great visibility. This one can get up to about 700 lumens, I believe. And very easy operation via some buttons here. You can cycle through the modes, power it on and off. It recharges via USB-C, which is a very common aspect of more modern flashlights. No more changing batteries, which I am a fan of. It includes a clip that you can use to attach to a hat or to your belt or to a bag or something like that. Easy to reverse the clip if needed. It also includes attachments to place this on a keychain. So just a really versatile, lightweight torch from Nitecore that's gonna come in without breaking the bank, and again it's just gonna be a super easy size to kind of manage, whether it's on your person, in your pockets, or in a bag. Headlamps are something that are a little bit newer to my EDC, but as I've started to use them more, I have become a big fan of the convenience and the versatility that they offer. It's just super nice to have hands-free light. I've been using a different headlamp for a while, but I was a little bit tired of it because it used multiple batteries that I had to change out regularly. And so I've been seeing a lot of this one from Nitecore, which is very compact. It's super light. It uses this shock cord to strap it to your head, adjustable, and it's rechargeable via USB-C, which is one of the most important things for me nowadays, is I don't really want to worry about changing the batteries. And it's got a very easy operation via some buttons at the top. You can power it on, you can cycle through the different modes, you can adjust the headlamp to a variety of angles to kind of match up with where you want to look and where you want the light to show, and it just takes up almost no space in a bag. It's super lightweight, and as far as headlamps go, if you're looking for something reliable and versatile that's going to provide some great light and just be very lightweight, then this is going to be one of the best options to check out. There's some really great larger flashlights on the market. I don't typically carry this in my pocket or anything like that, as it could take up quite a bit of space. But when I have a sling bag or a backpack and I want to have a light that not only works to provide some extra illumination, but that can also be used for self-defense, this option from Nitecore has been pretty awesome. It's rechargeable via USB-C. The battery life lasts a really long time. It can get very, very bright. It's easy to turn on and off via this button at the top. It's got a nice clip. And you know, there's really no complaints that I could have with this. If I shone this into somebody's eyes, they would definitely be dazed. I could run away. This could also serve as maybe a striking instrument if they got closer than I wanted. So not the best self-defense. I'm not an expert by any means, but it seems like a nice additional tool to have. And then on top of that, it's just gonna provide an incredible amount of light, which is super useful when I've been out at night in a park or walking my dog. It's always nice to have just the extra illumination that this can provide. It can go a farther distance than something like what would fit in your pocket. And if you have a little bit of space in your sling or your backpack and you want something a little more robust, then this is going to be a fantastic option to consider. And so that's it. Those are some of my favorite EDC flashlights. Hopefully this video was helpful. And if you have any questions on the items that I featured in the video or suggestions for similar items that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this type of video, I'll make sure to include links in the description below to some of the roundup videos that I've done for my favorite pocket knives, my favorite wallets, favorite keychain solutions, as well as links to the previous EDC videos that I've did where I just kind of walked through my current setup. And I'm curious to hear what you guys typically include as part of your everyday carry. What are the essential items that you love to have with you? And what is your preferred EDC flashlight if you carry one? Is it one of the ones in this list? Or if there's other awesome options that I should consider, let me know. And I want to thank you as always for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.